guys, it's a big week for music. Taylor Swift is releasing her new album, 1989, and it's expected to shatter records all over the charts. This isn't just a normal Taylor Swift album. This is her first foray into pop. She's leaving behind all those country influences, and this is more of her coming out party as a full-fledged pop star. Now, this isn't Taylor's first time going into pop. She experimented with a lot of pop influences on her last album, Red. We were a fan of those songs. We never really were into the whole Taylor Swift thing. Country's not really our thing, but we have to give credit when credit is due because 1989 is a solid body of work. It's a really great cohesive pop album, proving that when you align yourself with the best, you become the best. If there's one thing that 1989 is great for, is that it's filled with a bunch of hooks. Just like on the first track, Welcome to New York. It was the last promo single. It's got a lot of bouncy synths. It's Taylor basically shouting her love for New York City at the top of the Empire State Building. It kind of reminds us of a song that would be at the opening credits of a rom-com. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it just gives off that feel. The great hook in this track, it's the whole soundtrack line. We can't get enough of it. It's so catchy. Taylor, you really did a good job with that hook. The second track follows suit. It's soon to be the second single. Yes, that's right. Blank Space is impacting radio in the beginning of November. It's got this great line about having a long list of ex-lovers. The melody in it is killer. It's kind of a genius song, if we gotta say. Taylor Swift has been known for her dating life, and she gets a little cheeky on the song and just pokes fun at herself. If you can't laugh at yourself, then what can you laugh at? The third track on the album, Style, it's one of the top in our opinion. It goes into Swedish pop territory, a little bit of Robin, not that surprising since Max Martin is one of the top Swedish producers. Its bridge is a huge earworm. If she makes the choice to make this a single, this will be massive, guarantee it. The fourth track is something we've all known and loved for a few weeks now, Out of the Woods, produced by Jack Antonoff of Fun. It's got this experimental indie vibe. Of course, it's about Harry Styles. We think this is the second best track on the album. Wouldn't say the best, we're saving that for later. She really goes out on a limb and goes on this 80s indie electronica vibe. We were hoping for more songs like that on this album, but that's okay. There's always next time. Next up is All You Had to Do Is Stay. This pop rock jam has quickly become a fan favorite. Blaming an ex for the love gone wrong. It's got this great stay hook, and it just goes to show that don't mess with Taylor. At the middle of the album, we have the number one smash, Shake It Off, and then we get into what is possibly the catchiest song on the album, I Wish I Would. That whole I wish I hook. Incredible, insane, genius, the best hook on the album. We just want to keep playing it just for that one part. It's pure 80s pop. Think The Cars, I Just What I Needed. You guys know that song, right? It kind of contradicts the emotions that were on I Wish You Would Stay. And we think it's a nice balance for the one track and another emotion on the other track just to follow suit right after each other. Oh, and we cannot forget about the bridge. The best bridge on the album. It follows the equally catchy hook. Incredible. Can't get enough of this track. Again, one of the best. Bad Blood comes after that. This has been highly publicized in the media. It's the Katy Perry diss track. We didn't really get that vibe too much. It kind of just seemed like a couple stabs at an ex-love. Maybe Harry Styles. It has this Avril cheerleader-ish kind of vibe. We feel like she could have gone there a little bit more. This is Taylor Swift. She's ruthless with her songwriting, from John Mayer to Kanye West, everyone on her list. But she wants to skimp out on Katy. Guess there's not that much of Bad Blood after all. Ugh. Right after Bad Blood comes Wildest Dreams. It is beautiful. We said we weren't big Taylor Swift fans, but this song, it is so, so good. It's the best on the album. It keeps getting compared to Lana Del Rey. It has this dreamy quality. Her vocals really tell the story that she's trying to paint. It's incredible. If you listen to anything from 1989, make sure it's Wildest Dreams. From this point on, the album kind of drifts off a little bit for us. This happens with most albums. It's not a big deal. I'm sure some of you Swifties would disagree with us, but on the bouncy pop rock, How to Get the Girl, this song acts more of like a step-by-step on how to woo Taylor Swift. It's just okay. It has a fun chorus, but there's stronger tracks on the album. Same that goes for This Love. This is the only track on the album that Taylor wrote herself. Again, just okay, stronger tracks, but this is as close as we're going to get to Country Taylor on 1989. Things pick back up for a brief moment on I Know Places. She's channeling Celine Dion's Love Me Back to Life with a little bit of Lorde. Things are kind of darker, a little edgier. She's spitting very ferociously. It's really great to see Taylor change it up and get a little bit aggressive for once. The album closes with Clean, the Imogen Heap collaboration. It's a little bit more like Country Taylor, just like This Love was. It's a story about picking yourself back up after a breakup, finding the strength within, avoiding temptation even though you know you could go back and it's not good for you. It's basically just becoming a stronger person after a breakup. You never would have thought that these two artists would come together, and it's a great collaboration between the two. Overall, 1989 is not half bad. It's not as much of a departure you would think it is. Sure, there's a lot of electronic influences, but we would call this more Red 2.0 than something else entirely different that would alienate a lot of Taylor's audience. Our only qualm is that the songwriting seems a little dumbed down a bit. Taylor's known for her lyricism. A lot of times in pop music, a lot of the lyrics are dumbed down, but I wish she felt like she didn't have to do that in songs like Bad Blood, just because she could have just told a better story with the song. Like we said, when you align yourself with the best, you become the best. It's a completely hook-heavy album. That's the key to a solid pop album, and that's exactly what she has on her hands. Clearly, it's a hit with the fans. Right now, it's projected to sell 1 million plus in 1 week. We're a little nervous for Britney's record to be broken, but we think it might be a little bit safe. If Taylor does sell 1 million in 1 week, she'll be the third female artist to sell 1 million plus for 3 consecutive albums. That's pretty amazing. We've got to admit that. The one thing that we learned with 1989 is Taylor Swift is a force to be reckoned with. She's completely dominating the industry, and it would not be the same without her. So now that the album's been out for a few days, we want to know what your favorite songs are. So leave some comments below, like this video, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.